What's up, all you gamers? If you want to see what I think is a really nice viable build, kind of a hybrid build, a lot of damage and a lot of survivability, then stay tuned. That's coming up next.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Whee.
Welcome back, all you guys and girls. We're fighting fit on this sunny day at the White House. Don't get no prettier than that. Now, as always, if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're liking all of the Xbox content coming up, especially the Xbox Series X, all the new games coming out, then why not hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon for notifications. And I'll be covering a lot of the new stuff, new Destiny, the new Halo, Outriders and Cyberpunk. But without further ado, let's jump down to the gun range and get on with what we're here for. So this build is something quite different, I think, or at least very different from what I've been covering. It's kind of a viable safety build. You can run this on heroic solo or in a team, whatever you want to do. So first off, favourite gun, bar none, Pestilence. Now if you have a little look, what's that? Armour on kill. Really nice. So let's chuck up this. And a very underused skill, the shock trap. So everything's shocked. No, it's not. Nothing is shocked, as I threw it terribly. Like I said, everything should be shocked. Take some shots, take some more shots, take some more shots, and look how much armour we're going to have. In a team build, this is amazing. In a solo build, this is amazing, and it is very viable. It is so viable. If you're playing correctly, you can have extra armour almost constantly. Right, so how are we getting that? Let's go through it, shall we? So first off, we're playing the gunner class, and that's pretty much because, as you know, we're using an LMG, and you want to be using gunner class 99% of the time when you're using an LMG, unless you're going for a kind of hybrid dash trying something out build. This one works really well with that. I was going to put it to the tech class just to get a little bit of extra damage on it, but this worked a lot better. So Pestilence, if you don't know what that does, it basically hits supplier debuff, dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. It's basically, if you have a little look here, tick damage, or dot damage, whatever you want to call it, damage over time. It's really good for this build. The face mask, we've got the Walker and Harris, same as the backpack. For the chest, I've gone with the Seska, and that's to get the critical hit. Now, the reason we want the crit hit on that is because of its perk just down here, Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds. Basically, if you're hitting them a lot, you're going to be getting 15% extra weapon damage, and that's what you want for this build. So, like I said, Walker and Harris for the mask and for the backpack. Now, the mask, what you want to try and do is get the weapon damage, the damage to armor, and then for your actual attributes, you're going to want crit hit damage, critical hit chance, and crit damage. Headshot damage is definitely not what you're after. If you wanted to go double crit, that would also be viable, because obviously you're trying to get as much crit as possible. Now for the chest, what I've actually done, because I'm trying to do it as a hybrid build, I've put headshot damage. I couldn't change that because I had to use it on the Obliterate, but like I said earlier, you've got your critical hit chance, which you need, which is 10%. Weapon damage is high. You would ideally want more crit chance on this, and the last one I changed. I had it from protection from elites. It rolled with that, fortunately, but it's what I wanted. I want a bit of survivability with this build and a lot of damage. So like I said, you can kind of muck about with what you want. If you wanted to put a little bit of weapon handling on there as well, that is advisable, just because the LMGs aren't the most accurate, should we say, or sturdy. But yeah, definitely take off the headshot, put on a bit of crit. Now over here, I've put on the Gyler Guard, and that's so that you get the extra armor. So you get the core attribute, which is the armor, and 5% extra armor. Now if you have a look there, repair skills and skill damage. Absolutely awful. You do not want those. You're going to be looking for crit damage and crit chance. If you could get those two, that would be amazing. Even if you could roll one of them, that's still perfect. Over here we have the Sawyer's knee pads, and that's pretty much self-explanatory. Gives a heck of a lot of extra damage, 30% when you're in cover for 10 seconds, and obviously it's 3% each second, so it still goes up. When you move, it starts going down. But it gives us the extra armor that we're after. It gives us a bit of explosive resistance, which is good for me, as pretty much there's two things that kill me in this game: people being behind me and getting hit on the head with grenades. So I actually really like that one, and a little bit of health. Just up here we have the Contractor's Gloves, bar none, best in slot for that by a mile. Gives you 10% LMG damage. Weapon damage is really high, damage to armor, and crit chance. That is a nigh on god roll, and it works really well. And like I was saying earlier, just up here we've got the Walker and Harris Company backpack, and if you have a look, that gives us the two set piece for weapon damage and damage to armor, which is really nice. Weapon damage as the core attribute, crit hit damage, weapon handling, and crit hit chance. If you could take out the weapon handling and put on crit hit chance, or even crit hit damage, that would be a little bit better, I think. One weapon handling will be fine for this build. To be fair, if you want to spray and pray a little bit, take them all off and put just crit hit and crit hit damage on. But the main thing that you're looking at is the talent. The talent here, I've re-rolled it to Bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Maximum of 10 stacks. Now, because of how we've put on the Sawyer's knee pads and the Gyler Guard, if you'll have a look over there, we've got 1.1 million health. That basically means if you're doing this perfect, you're all set up, your enemies are dying really well, you're at 2.2 million armor without a shield, with a high damage build. That is pretty amazing, to be perfectly honest. Like I said, you're very survivable, you can tank a lot, and you kill really, really easy. Especially because of this. Like I said, nothing's getting towards you. And even if they do, where it's a low tech skill version, it doesn't hold them for that long. But usually by then you've killed one or two people, and basically the buff from the pestilence will have spread by then and gave you extra armor. It's a really good build. Really, really nice. I would honestly say as well, if you wanted to, you could always take out the Gyler Guard and chuck on another Walker and Harris if you wanted to absolutely smash everyone and you felt like you weren't dying. Or if you fought the other way and you thought you wanted to be a bit more tanky, then you could chuck on Unbreakable instead of Obliterate on your chest piece, and that would kind of make you a bit more survivable. It's kind of as if you've got an extra life. When all of your armor goes, you get 95% of it back once. Really nice, really tanky, very survivable. Right, guys and girls, hopefully I haven't taken up too much of your time. I'll leave you with some gameplay, and the gameplay I'm leaving you with, I actually had one of the pieces on wrong, so I didn't have Obliterate on the chest, and I still managed to do the heroic quite easy, so it's definitely a viable build. Give it a try, let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, if you've not subscribed and you're after all of the Xbox content coming out, all of the good stuff coming up, hit that subscribe, hit that bell icon, and as always, I'll see you on next day.